What if one of the habits people secretly judge is actually a sign of a powerful mind? Talking to yourself. Yes, that moment when you whisper ideas out loud, rehearse conversations, or narrate what you're doing. Most people think it's weird, but psychology says something very different. In fact, research suggests people who talk to themselves may have sharper thinking, better focus, and stronger emotional control. So if you've ever caught yourself saying things like, "Okay, let's do this step first," or "Why did I do that?" you might actually be using one of the brain's most powerful mental tools. Let's break down the surprising psychology behind people who talk to themselves. Talking to yourself is called self-directed speech in psychology. And it's not random. Your brain uses it as a tool to organize information. When thoughts stay inside your head, they can feel messy and abstract. But when you say them out loud, something interesting happens. They become clearer. Speaking activates additional brain areas related to language, memory, and reasoning. This means you're literally helping your brain process information more efficiently. That's why many people say things like, "Where did I put my keys?" Okay, step 1, step 2, step 3. You're not being forgetful. You're helping your brain solve problems. Now, ever noticed athletes talking to themselves during competitions? They say things like, "Stay calm. You got this. Focus." This isn't accidental. Self-talk improves concentration. Studies show that when people speak instructions out loud, they complete tasks faster and more accurately. It acts like a mental spotlight, guiding your brain toward what matters. That's why children often talk out loud when solving puzzles or learning something new. They're training their brain to focus. Adults who continue this habit are simply using a strategy many people stop using too early. Talking to yourself also helps regulate emotions. When something stressful happens, your brain can become overwhelmed by feelings. But verbalizing those emotions creates distance. For example, instead of silently feeling anxious, someone might say, "Okay, calm down. You can handle this." This simple sentence activates parts of the brain responsible for self-control. Psychologists call this self-regulation. It's similar to how a coach motivates a player during a tough moment. Except the coach is you. People who use positive self-talk often recover from stress faster because they guide their emotions instead of being controlled by them. Have you ever solved a problem just by explaining it out loud? That's not a coincidence. Talking forces your brain to slow down and structure information logically. When thoughts remain internal, they can loop endlessly. But when you say them aloud, you turn them into clear statements. This makes it easier to detect mistakes, gaps, or solutions. It's the same reason programmers, writers, and scientists often talk through their ideas. They're not being strange. They're debugging their thinking. Here's another surprising benefit. Talking to yourself can improve memory. Researchers found that people remember objects more easily when they say the name of the object out loud. For example, saying banana while looking for bananas in a store increases the chance of spotting them faster. Why? Because speaking reinforces the connection between attention and memory. It literally strengthens the brain's ability to locate information. Your voice becomes an extra tool for your brain. People who talk to themselves often analyze their own behavior. They reflect. They question decisions. They evaluate what went wrong and what could improve. This habit creates stronger self-awareness. Instead of reacting automatically to life, they actively think about their actions. In psychology, this ability is linked to higher emotional intelligence. So that quiet moment when someone says, "Why did I react like that?" is actually the brain learning about itself. So the next time you catch yourself talking to yourself, remember this. You're not being strange. You're focusing your mind. You're regulating emotions. You're organizing thoughts. And you might even be strengthening your intelligence. Sometimes the smartest conversations you'll ever have are the ones you have with yourself. If you enjoy learning the hidden psychology behind everyday behaviors, make sure you subscribe for more mind-bending psychology videos every week. And tell me in the comments, do you talk to yourself? And what do you usually say? You might be more mentally powerful than you think.